Capricorn, sun, moon, rising sign. What a lucky month you're having in May. Money luck and luck in love. Both of those things are coming courtesy of a pile up in your Taurus fifth house of good fortune. We're going to dive into some how this luck looks for you in the month of May in greater detail as we go ahead over the next 20 minutes together. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothy and I am using the Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole sign house system. I love the fixed stars and minor asteroids. You get a lot of that in my 30 or so videos I put out every single month with all signs content. So if you're new here, give me a chance, hit the like button and subscribe now, and that bell for notifications. The only thing I'm promoting this month, the only thing is that I'm giving things away. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. I'm giving courses away, access to my 2024 All Signs videos that are, valued at $77. They're never been in the public. I also am giving away stuff to do with readings. Very few readings will be gifted out during the month of May. May Madness. I'm celebrating reaching 60,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If you want to win a prize, there's only one way to get into the contest. In the description box below, sign up for my Cosmic Moonshine weekly forecast newsletter. Once you're in the door, I'll be making announcements to my newsletter subscribers about the ways to win. So check it out. Let's talk about your sky in the month of May. We're going to start off today by giving you the general overview. And by that, I mean where the planets are going, where Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars are headed in the month of May. Then we're going to move into a detailed blow by blow of events during the month chronologically. I am not covering the new moon, full moon content, and there's a reason for that. I put super deep dive videos out for all signs every month for both new and full moons as well as eclipses, of course. And so rather than repeat that here, we'll be here too long, you can come to my channel and get that content separately. All right, Capricorn. Now, this is if you're listening for your sun or sun sign, Capricorns, it can be about career and purpose. And if you're listening for your moon, it can be about your home or your body, that kind of thing. But if you're listening for your rising sign, it's usually most accurate and most all about you. So just consider the different ways to listen, but you can listen for all three. So Capricorn, one of the things I want to note for you, like big deal, is that you are somebody is going to benefit a huge amount by the transit of Venus into the sign of Taurus during the month of May. Venus is a benefic planet, and she's going to move into the house of her joy. And the house of her joy is your fifth house of good fortune, where you can have such things as lottery wins, or speculative wins, winning money through games of chance. You may also have love and romance when she's in your fifth house. And if you're a single Capricorn looking for love, wonderful. And this month, if you're already with somebody, it could just escalate the intensity and the beauty and the joy in that union, especially when it comes to romantic and sexual energy. So let's start off and talk about the beginning of the story as Venus is going to move into the sign of Taurus on April 29th. So you start the month with her already there. Now, once she moves into Taurus, for all of you Capricorn people, it's going to feel like you're having fun again in life. Life begins to look up. You feel a little bit more joy, more relaxation, more play, more pleasure. It just feels good to have her in your fifth house. She's in her joy and she's looking back at you fondly in a trine. But then you can have better outcomes with fertility, getting pregnant, finding a new romantic partner, or better outcomes with your existing children. They are going to benefit from this transit, and you as well. One thing I would say about her here is that she is lucky and she's joining lucky Jupiter there. Now, lucky Jupiter has been in this part of your chart since last May, but lucky Jupiter, Santa Claus, has been debilitated for most of last year and only came into clear waters of or clear Taurian landscapes of lack of debilitation on the 31st of December. Now he's direct, he's in good shape. He's a part of that Uranus conjunction last week, and we're like in 21st of April. And you're going to find that this energy is going to be doubling down on the goodness, because now Venus is joining Jupiter. There's two benefics here in one place. So if you're going to win money or have some unexpected financial fortune or find true love, it's a good time for you to do that in the month of May. She will only be in this lucky place for you until May 23rd. So use it or lose it, April 29th to May 23rd. It's not a bad idea to play the lottery. It's not a bad idea to go to the casino. It's not a bad, know your limit, play within it. It's certainly not a bad idea at this time to go on a few dates if you're single, or to have some romantic encounters with the one you love. Now, Venus herself moving through here until May 23rd can also mean greater joy and enjoyment of pleasures in life. And so if you have certain things you love to do, certain activities or hobbies, you can increase your interest in those at this time as well. When she moves away from that part of your sky on May 23rd, she moves into Gemini, and that's your sixth house of health and work. She can improve your health if you've had a health challenge, and she can increase your likelihood of getting a job, of getting perks or rewards in your current workplace, of getting a new pet, or some lucky developments around rental properties, real estate, and tenancy agreements or rental agreements. So this is a good time for that. And May 23rd, add 3 weeks. We're talking next a little bit about Jupiter just because he's there with Venus. And I want you to know that he's going to get himself out of the place of your fifth house where he's been trying to gin up some luck for you. He's going to leave there on the 25th of May. And as he gets ready to get out of that part of your chart, you're going to notice he's going to apply his intentions as a fairy godfather and Santa Claus to your work house. Now, don't forget, Venus is going to be there as of the 23rd, and then along comes Jupiter right behind her. This is going to be an auspicious time, especially May the 23rd, at about 3 weeks, for you to get a really great experience in work, job, career, endeavors, also better health, also your perfect pet, also your perfect rental agreement. Having both benefics in your sixth house, it is a win-win. Now, Jupiter will be there for a whole year in the sign of Gemini, and I will be doing a big video on that. But with a Venus star point here on June the 4th, you're looking at some excessively positive health and career matters dominating the reality for you throughout May, but into the next year. Now, the other thing I want to mention is good old Mars, and he has a temperament of the warrior in the month of May because Mars, the fighter, the warrior, the hero, the champion, the soldier, is moving into the sign of Aries, and that is his home kingdom. This is where he lives in his, he's wearing his armor. He's looking like Braveheart. He feels good here. He feels in his element. And that's going to give you a great deal of strength because when he is in his element, you're going to be benefiting. And his element is your fourth house of home, land, property, and real estate. When he's here, he could do a renovation, a construction job in your home property and real estate. He'll be here April 30th to June 9th. Or you may be with a hammer and nail and a saw doing some kind of work around the home. But if it's not that, then you may also be looking at this as a time in which you may travel away from your home, or you may even find yourself very passionately doing something important in your home. When he's moving through the sign of Aries in his great strength, watch out for fights in the home. I have a great story about somebody I know. It's kind of not great for them, but they had a 6-month stay of Aries in their home, and 2 women living in the home with this fella ended up in a cat fight with each other, literally pulling each other's hair and bitch slapping each other. And then one of the women had to leave the common home. So there's a thing about that, Mars is battles and disagreements, and its fourth house matters. So April 30th to June the 9th, you may encounter disagreements with those with whom you are cohabitating, amplified by the North Node, healing maybe some wounds around your childhood, but also with the North Node Mars, a lot of that can look simply like, for a lot of you, a travel, especially abroad, but just travel April 30th to June 9th, away from your home, separated from your home in essence. Mars separates, cuts, and ends. Well, next we were going to talk about Mercury. These are the overviews. Mercury in the sign of Aries will be moving direct April the 25th. Now, it was in the month of March he got into Aries. He doesn't leave Aries until May 15th. That means he's moving direct in May. Yay. Whew, no more missed calls, botched emails, tech failures. He's going to be going forward. So we start the month with he's speeding up. He's going forward. He's moving direct. That's good news. And he's moving in your fourth house. Property, land, home, real estate, all of those things we talked about where Mars is going to be sitting after April 3rd. But I will say that while he's moving through this part of your chart, and he'll be there until May the 15th, when Mars is here and Mercury together, this is commercial success and perhaps very powerful decisiveness. You're making decisions with a kind of acute mind, and you know what you want, and you're going for it. So there's this quality of temperament down here. But if you want to sell a property or move, and Mars and Mercury are in your fourth house, with the North Node amplifying that, don't forget we had an eclipse here on April the 8th. This could be the beginning of a move, a relocation plan, a chance to choose a new home. And if you are choosing a new home or finding a new home in some possible way, between, I would say, Mercury, like we want Mercury there, the first 2 weeks of May, this is going to be very positive because it's in a whole sign flow to Pluto in the house of your wealth and earnings. And so it's all about some kind of sense of a potential action plan or commercial choice to buy or sell real estate or change your home that I'm seeing in the sky here during the month of May, fortified and even strengthened after May 25th when you get Jupiter in your sixth house. So stay tuned. Let me know what happens about that. Otherwise, watch out for very harsh verbal communication in your home, especially the first 2 weeks of May, where you're going head to head with somebody and having some significant disagreements in your private domestic life. Now, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, will move on May 15th to June the 3rd into the sign of Taurus. And that's okay. He's fine there. He's going to be meeting with some good news, which is he's going to be talking with Venus there. And Venus and Mercury together in your fifth house could be a chance to well, it's a lot of stuff, but you could win a lottery with that for sure. Mercury is kind of the games of chance guy. Venus is the win. So there's more of a chance of kind of winning that money that I talked about once we get Mercury in Taurus. So I'm giving you some strategic advice here. I kind of like the idea that May 15th through to April the 29th, you've got Venus and Mercury in your lottery wins house of good fortune. This is also good news can come to you from your children about fertility, or you may have some good developments around things to do with your entrepreneurial or creative projects as they begin to really flourish in a very productive way. And you're having a lot of exciting ideas about how you want to make creative projects happen, as Mercury will be in your fifth house, May 15th to June 3rd, but importantly with Venus until the 23rd. So May 15th, I said that wrong. May 15th to May 23rd, major luck for you guys when it comes to games of chance, love and romance, communication, good news about creative projects and children. Mercury and Venus together are very collaborative here. Venus is still invisible until July, so there may be a delay in the outpicturing of some of the good things that are happening, but still it is Venus, and even if she delays her results till July, the good news is already here. You can feel it, you hear from your child, you go on a first date, it just feels good, and your inciting incident is positive. It's a really good time for dating, actually. So going on a date, going on a trip with a romantic trip or getaway with someone in your life already. Now we're going to finish up now with the blow by blow as I go through events that are happening in the time frames of the month ahead. So let's get started. I want to make sure I'm still recording. I am. Okay. Don't forget, if you're listening to my channel for the first time or you're regular and you like, subscribe, and hit my notification bell. It does help the channel thrive. And when I'm thriving and the channel's thriving, we're all getting more content and I'm doing well and you're doing well if you like this kind of stuff. Otherwise, don't like it. May the 1st to the 4th is the beginning of the month, obviously. It has a bit of a difficult time because you're going to have a Venus in the sign of Taurus. And, she's not in her most comfortable zone in this time frame. Okay, she's kind of going to be in an argument with Pluto, like she's having a difficult conversation with the god of wealth, the god of power in the money house, and you may have a temporary but transient, not lasting conflict around money with a child, with a romantic partner, or some kind of expenditure in your creative arts or romantic business, or your creative arts or entrepreneurial business, some kind of very expensive moment of time coming your way where you feel like is it something you need to spend money on or something to do with a financial hardship. They could feel to you like it was raining on your Venus parade. Okay, it's a very short time frame. It's May the 1st, give or take a day or two on either side. But during that same time frame, we get support from Mars as he flows May 1st to the 4th to Pluto. And Mars is in your fourth house of property, home, land, and real estate. So if I was to make an example of this, you get an offer to someone to buy your house, but there's some difficulty because they're not giving you the price you want. Or you are... Yes, because Venus is in the house of the money you receive from the sale of a property. So possibly you have a exciting chance to move, relocate, change your home, buy a home, sell a home, but there's a little bit of financial tug of war. Maybe it's nothing more or less than having to negotiate for the price you want in a purchase of something or the sale of something. A little barter and trade energy may be peaking for you May 1st to the 4th. And then you could have a fight, though, with your children or a loved one over money as well. Then May the 12th to the 14th, we see that the sun will come into conjunction with Uranus. This is why it's a surprising month. As all my titles say, surprises ahead, or positive surprises ahead, or lucky surprises ahead. I haven't decided on the title of my thumbnails yet, but there's a lot of Uranian energy this month. So the first one is May 12th to the 14th, when the sun and Uranus co-join together in Taurus. Now, if you're going to win a lottery ticket, that could be an exciting time for it. That's a surprise in the house of fortunes and winning and all of that. We do have Venus here, so why not? And then on the same token, we have Venus, the goddess of that fortune, money, and love, in a flow to Saturn. Saturn is in the third house. It could be you bought a ticket, third house, local neighborhood at the 7-Eleven. Saturn is in the house of siblings. A good news breakthrough, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and extended relatives. The third house is travel, an unexpected, exciting travel opportunity emerging on May the 12th to the 14th. And you're really excited about it, or an unexpected breakthrough in some online project that's going to benefit you in your creativity or in your entrepreneurial business. Again, May 12th to the 14th. On May 17th to the 22nd, the sun will conjoin Jupiter, which means Jupiter is deeply, darkly invisible as he's being born again in the heart of the sun. This is the first time you've had this in 12 years. 12 years ago, Jupiter and the sun joined in your fifth house of lottery wins, creativity, entrepreneurial business, children, fertility, pregnancy, and romance, enthusiasm, and joy for life, as a rebirth of what brings you joy in the next year. The next 12 months, you're investigating the question and answer to that, and we'll be doing a whole separate deep dive video into that. Secondly, as this is a rebirth of Jupiter, it's also attended at the same time by the Jupiter Sun in a flow to Lord Neptune in your third house. It's an indication, perhaps, that the birth of this new joy in your life, romance, creativity, pleasure, luck, and financial goodness, is connected to third house people, travel, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces and nephews, neighbors, childhood friends. These are third house people. It's connected to things you do in your daily life, like buying the lottery ticket down the street. It's connected to travel, and you may find that travel is going to bring you a lot more joy in the next, year, because of the joy factor of the Jupiter Sun flowing to Neptune and Saturn in the house of travel. Shorter distance travel, usually, rather than long distance travel. If you're a writer, have any writing projects, and you want to get kickstarted on them, this is extremely good for that as well, where joy in writing and writing projects it begins to be incited by the sky on May the 17th to the 22nd. Now, May 17th to the 22nd is also when you will see Venus co-joining with Uranus. What a busy time. It's a good time. She's in the house of her joy. Super lucky surprises in the house of good fortune are coming for you. You're pregnant. Your children are pregnant. You won the lottery. You got a sudden dream come true, creative project off the ground. You got some kind of entrepreneurial success story. I love it. I love it. May 17th to 22nd looks so damn good on you. Now, Jupiter is invisible, right? Because he's in the heart of the sun. But so you may see up to a month later, some of the really good stuff show up from his rebirth. Mostly you're going to feel more generous, happy, and joyful. It's like the return of joy, innocence, and a childhood-like wonder to your life that Jupiter wants to create. And he's birthing himself all over again with Venus midwifing it in her home kingdom with Uranus for exciting, exciting things coming through your sky here. Yay, you! Certainly, if you're single and you want to be dating somebody in this window of time, all the power to you. Certainly, as I said, until May 23rd, dating is super powerful, but we love that May 17th to 22nd sky, especially for new relationships to kickstart. May the 23rd is exciting, but also maybe daunting. Jupiter will merge with Venus. They're going to come together in a conjunction. In ancient astrology, like Indian astrology, that's a planetary war. In modern astrology, it's lucky as all fuck. So I'm going to go with the luck myself. So you're going to have on the 23rd of May, a combination of greater and lesser benefic combining forces, with a caveat: they are invisible. And so you may not see the goodness of this show up until July, when at least visible Venus shows up in the sky. But it is a seed for some extraordinary luck in your fifth house of good fortune. And you may even have some luck on May 23rd. Let me know. Just luck, money luck, love luck, it's luck. And also going on at the same time is Jupiter is in a flowing relationship to Neptune. And he's going to be flowing to Neptune from the 23rd to the 28th. Neptune is in your third house. Jupiter is in your fifth house. It's very spiritual, Jupiter Neptune. It's like guru meets, transcendence. So I don't know, maybe you'll join an ashram, maybe you meet a spiritual teacher in your local neighborhood. Maybe you'll have a kind of dreamy Neptunian seashore trip opportunity that's going to open doors for you May 23rd to the 28th. It has a manifestation dreams come true vibe. There's no doubt about it. And I will be doing an all signs video later on the month because I think with Venus midwifing everything here, Venus is the key. All right. Venus is the key. She's still during this conjunction, she's there at the 29th degree of Taurus, a powerful degree, and she's midwifing, this energy of Jupiter flowing to Neptune at the same time. So it kind of has a two sides to it, really. I don't know. It feels good. It could be seeding a dream come true for a new job because she's going to have star point in Gemini later. So a dream come true, new job could be seeded for you on the 23rd of May, and you may see the outpicturing of that new dream job employment situation, for example, sometime later on in June or July. Now, all things happen when a planet meets, okay? There's a delay sometimes, depends on planetary visibility, for example. May the 25th, Venus will trine Pluto. That's wealth and power. That's the power of love. That's higher love. This is positive. Venus has moved into Gemini, as I said, she will do on the 23rd. So now we're already in the 25th. She's in the early degrees of your sixth house of work and health, and she's flowing to Pluto. It's really good for your health if you want to change your diet style. It's really good for a powerful new position or opportunity financially in work where you're going to get a very significant raise, promotion, or a job that gives you a lot more money than you normally get, or some joyful moment in the work situation that also benefits you financially. And again, we're looking at May the 25th. And on May the 30th, Jupiter also then trines Pluto, following up on Venus's lead, also now in Gemini, where he will be for a year. And that's that golden work opportunity that also powers you up financially. Both Venus and Jupiter are doing the same story. I would say May 25th and the 30th of May are both one story in two parts. And Jupiter in your sixth house can help you heal health challenges and find solutions to any health challenge as well. And you start to feel that to be true on May the 25th onward at a year. Now, Mercury will conjunct Uranus. Mercury will conjunct Uranus, and that conjunction of Mercury and Uranus is going to look like something along the lines of a shocking, surprising news story coming from your fifth house on May 30th. I don't know what it is. Obviously, it's a surprise. It's Uranus. Surprise! But they're the last two people sitting in your fifth house. Everyone's moved to your sixth house. So it could be news from a child, news from a romantic partner. It could be surprising news about fertility, pregnancy, or romantic love. And because Mercury gives information and news and Uranus is the surprise, it's probably positive, but I can't tell you what that surprise is. It's probably positive because we just had Venus and Jupiter in there. But, hey, honey, I'm pregnant or something like that. If you're an entrepreneur or a creative type with art projects, you could have some great news that your art project just got accepted, like a publisher wants to publish your book, a TV producer wants to do your screenplay. That kind of excitement could happen here as well. Alrighty, hope that's useful for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, my Patreon community gets this early access ad-free. I'm recording on Monday the 15th, and they're getting this content today. And so if you want to get early access ad-free content, as well as 2 free courses, Synastry, The Key to Purpose, Synastry, Are You My Person, and Chiron, The Key to Purpose. I've taught those courses already. You get the replay for free. They're for sale for $44 in total right now. For trying me out on Patreon, I got about 300 people. It's intimate. I respond to my comments more often there, as much as I can. We do up to 3 Zoom meetings a month, depending on your tier. Check it out in the description box below this video. And happy surprises for you during the month of May. Someone pointed out that Capricorn is Capricorn. Capricorn. I have to fix that. Ciao, ciao, everybody.